Hello everybody, Bob6983 here, and we are back for some more unfinished, or the unfinished Swan. In the last episode, I honestly don't remember. I know that we got to the water section. I apparently have trouble with ladders, I guess. And in this episode, I guess let's just continue. I think it's at chapter 3. So I guess that's how we're gonna, I guess, call it. Play it by that. Play it by ear. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and jump right in. You all know I have been very vocal about my hatred towards Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I recently, I guess it's the Stockholm syndrome, I don't know, but I've recently been like, you know what? Let's give Pokemon Sun and Moon another try. You know, it's probably not that bad. And then I started trying it again. And then, like, I felt fucking woozy like that Mr. Krabs meme. Where, like, everything around him is just, like... everything's just, like, all dizzy and shit. What it feels like when you haven't drank water the whole day. And, yeah, it took me, like, all of about 10 minutes to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm tapping out. I was just like, yeah, there's no way that I'm ever doing this ever again. Which, that Stockholm syndrome will probably happen again. And I will most likely do it once more. I guess it's just the really wanting to like a game despite knowing it's very ass. I don't know. But you know what? It could honestly be 100% a me problem. Why am I fucking shimmying and schmooving and grooving and like what this arch just really did not want to let me go. But yeah, you know what? It could honestly just be a me problem because like I really like Pokemon Sword and Shield, and a lot of people were like, "Fuck Sword and Shield. The trees look like ass. It's garbage. It's one of the weakest and worst generations ever." You know, like, oh, Nintendo's a multi-billion-dollar company, or the Pokemon company's a billion-dollar company. You shouldn't be allowing, like, that sort of mediocrity. And I'm just like, I don't know, guys. I really had fun with Sword and Shield. I don't know. Like, I personally enjoyed the fuck out of it. Like, it was amazing, at least to me. And, like, the Crown Tundra, I thought was, like, one of the best DLCs or, like, post-games for any Pokemon games. Honestly, the Crown Tundra really gave me, like, Hoenn post-game vibes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. But, yeah, I guess all that to say, maybe it's a me issue that I don't like Alola, and that I like Sword and Shield. Who knows, man. Okay, there we go. You know, sometimes I will, I guess this is a different segue, completely separate conversation, but sometimes I'll ask my sister, like, hey, you know, like, I've seen this spot, I've seen this location, but I don't really know what they sell or, like, what's their whole deal. What's up, like, maybe thinking about trying this food, and she'll be like, oh, they have this, that, and the third for food. And it's gotten so common to the point, oh, hi. Hello there. It's gotten so common to the point where whenever I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about trying this spot, and she'll be like, oh, they have this, that, and the third, I'm always like, of course your fat ass knows what they got for food there. Like, your big ass already went over there. Of course you know the whole goddamn menu because your big ass, you're horizontally challenged at. But I promise you guys, it is 100% not like fat shaming. I promise you. That is the last thing that is. My sister and I have just very much bantered with each other ever since we were like teenagers. And that's just how we mess with each other. I promise you, it's not that I have like any ill intent towards my sister. It's just we mess with each other a lot. But it's all in good fun. We both aren't like ever like, oh my god, how could you say that about it? No, we're just like, oh, okay, we're playing this now, okay. And then it just gets progressively more aggressive or like ruder. But it's all in good fun, I promise. But yeah, I was talking about like, ooh, oh, that's a whale. I was talking about American Deli because there's one nearby, and I was like, hey, like I always see that, but I don't really know what's in there. And I was like, maybe one day I'll try it because it doesn't seem like that bad for food. It seems okay, like just from appearance, maybe I'll try it. And then she was like, oh yeah, they have this, that, and the third. And I'm like, of course you fucking know the menu by heart, you big ass motherfucker. She's like, oh. But yeah, maybe I'll try American Deli. It doesn't seem bad. They have like rice and wings and whatnot. So I mean, maybe. Oh, hello. You do not like that I'm trying to cross over there. There was another thing that I was thinking about, but I can't really remember it. So I guess, oh yeah, let's get you in the pipes. But another thing, I guess, since we're on the topic, is that unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, what the heck? Unfortunately, my friends got me into Overwatch, and I think it honestly kind of, yeah, they got me into Overwatch, which is a thing that I thought would never happen, but you know what? Here we are. I think I also need to bring another one with me over here. No, I think it's fine. Yeah, they got me into the big Overwatch, and I've been playing it, and they've been also kind of feeding the habit of wanting to play more because one of my friends, his sister, gifted me a skin for a character I play. And who might Bob be playing, you may be asking? Well, I'm glad you I'm not. But I play like mostly women characters. It's because their playstyles seem like the easiest for me to pick up. I play Vendetta, I play Yadi, and I play Domina. But I'm brand new to the game, so like 100%, I'm not gonna be pulling like some like show-stopping like brilliance. No, nothing like that. But yeah. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm still kind of new to the game, and I don't expect myself to like fully, delve deep into Overwatch. It's probably not gonna happen. But like from time to time, whenever my friends want to play, we're like, yeah, sure, let's play a little bit. But it's 100% like, it's 100% like that, that Interstellar meme that I always like, which is like, I never remember his name, but, like the protagonist, when he's in like the black hole area, like in like the fourth dimension, looking at his life, and he sees that like he's leaving, and he's like, don't let me leave, Mer! And he's like, no. It's like that. At this point, now that I've, taken the plunge, it's like, no, there's nothing I can really do about it anymore, but other than just, suffer. You've made the choice. I fell into the Overwatch rabbit hole. Not too deeply, it's just dipping my toes, but usually whenever that happens, like eventually the rest, arrives very quickly. But here's hoping it's just, I don't know, like a short-lived thing. Oh, damn, we're only at like 10 minutes. Okay. Twice the legal minute? How fucking like far gone do you have to be to like not know exactly what you're saying, and that's what comes out of your mouth while you're being like questioned by authorities? That guy was awesome. I did want to go continue into like the garden area before I progress here, or unless the garden area is where you go to progress. Probably is. Balloon? There we go. Balloon. I don't want to go into this maze. Okay.
Unlike his nicely trimmed hedge maze, the vines refused to stay where the king wanted them. He ordered his subjects to pull up every vine they saw. But the people were getting tired of the king's endless decrees, so they secretly began watering the vines whenever the king wasn't looking.
Damn! The ops hated him so much. The ops were his subjects, damn. Okay, well, let me go back to that garden area. Because I still did want to kind of explore here a bit more. Because there's bound to be a bit more, right? Come on, let's see the next episode. That's it. What? The show was canceled. Why? 2 words. Sputnik. Once the astronauts went up, all the children wanted to play with were space toys. While I was at the gym with my sister. Oh, that's exactly what I was trying to talk about. What I was trying to segue before. I completely forgot. I went to the gym with my sister, like a day or 2 ago. And, we hit a core day, which I hadn't hit a core day in like 2 weeks. So it really fucking hit hard. But yeah, we had a core day and, you know, in between sets because like this is gonna like hurt our stomachs. We're taking a rest break, and I don't know what prompted this, but like we started getting funny, and then we were just like, oh, you know, 3 sets of da 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 da, and then 3 sets of this, that, and the third. But I eventually started mentioning Shark Tale, like things or like quotes that they said. And then my sister was just like 3 sets of whatever the fuck the hemorrhoid commercial was for Shark Tale. Where he was like, it slays hemorrhoids like Oscar slays sharks. I have no idea, like it had nothing to do with the workout, but it was still funny nonetheless. I had said a few other things about like Shark Tale. I just can't think of them at the moment. I'm pretty sure some of these windows are broken. I'm probably one of like the very few, and I've talked about this before, one of the few people who actually does enjoy Shark Tale, despite, you know, it being just Will Smith, but like slop onto a fish. Oh, I never even saw that door. Well, whatever. We're already over here. I'm looking for a way out. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Maui's fish hook. Yeah. I swear, I'm really gonna. I miss Bosch. The YouTube. I don't want to say YouTube poop guy because like that's not really what he does. It's like shit posts kind of for memes of like Disney movies and whatnot. Not Disney movies, just, well, I mean, kind of Disney movies. He does like animated movies in general, or yeah, he did at one point, I guess. But yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, I'm done, kind of. He was like, yeah, well, I mean, I really like making videos, but like the only videos that y'all really want to see are like the stupid memes I make, and I don't really like making. They're funny, but like I brute force them. But yeah, I'm really gonna miss it because his videos were really funny. A lot of those like super old stupid, silly memes, like no music, were really funny, and they live in my head rent free. Speaking of old videos that live in my head rent free, first and foremost, oh, I think I'm supposed to keep going that way. So I've talked about this guy before on the channel, but Purple Eyes WTF. He, you know, he was a legend. I don't know what happened to the videos. Maybe I guess he just maybe just stopped, or like, I don't know. He was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm moving on with my life. But one of my friends in real life who, he became a meme. I've talked about him before. Mr. Carson Shear. He's been on the channel as well. He voiced Count Bleck in the Paper Mario series that we did. He and I in middle school, he's actually the one who got me into One Piece kind of on accident. So I think he introduced me to Purple Eyes WTF. I'm going to fall. He introduced me to Purple Eyes WTF because he showed me Nun Piece, which is the abridged version of One Piece, which lasts all of like maybe 9 episodes or so. Yeah, I found out about, you know, Nun Piece, and then found One Piece that way. And I really do enjoy like the old Purple Eyes WTF videos, but no one really knows about those videos aside from like, you know, like a select few people, for instance, my friend Carson. But also, most people, like I've said before in the channel, only really remember the overused video that everyone always talks about, like the, oh, why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Yeah, that was him. But yeah, I mean, I wish other people knew about like the other videos, you know, like Nun Piece, all of the episodes, and then specifically Nun Piece episode 5 through 8 is, I believe, what it's called. It's like a 20-minute video, completely separate from like the regular Nun Piece videos that he had made, where he like meshed like 3 series together.
It was the only one he had ever come close to finishing, and it took him a single day. But then the tide came in and washed it all away. He vowed that someday he'd build a kingdom that would last forever.
But yeah, those types of videos, I guess they were really awesome, but yeah, people only remember, you know, like, why are you buying clothes at the soup store? And it gets reposted like every like 3 to 5 months in a new format. And everyone's like, ha ha ha, oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my gosh, yeah, buying clothes at the soup store. But no one ever remembers like Usopp like staring down like the Kuro pirates, and he's like he's saying some stupid shit like well, if it isn't the bloody pirates, I see that you all are cowering in fear. Continue to do so, as this is the best course of action. He's like, who is this clown? I think he's like a lunch monitor. He's like, your days of, I don't know, reckoning. And he's just going on and on monologuing, and then like he starts shining, and then like there's like a sharding noise in the background, and then Django is like, I'm sorry, but did you just poop? And Usopp's like, all right, let me check. Oh yeah, yes I did. Oh god, sorry, I thought I was ripping ass. And then Nami's like, okay, what's plan B? And Usopp's like, Nami, I'm wearing a hairnet. I don't remember entirely what he said. He was like, I'm wearing a hairnet, and I just shit myself. Do you really think I have a plan B? But like there's plenty of others, like when hang on, let me look through this telescope as I continue to think about. Ooh, look. Bro was big chillin' inside of the eye of the king. Meanwhile, King's statue has a hole in it. But yeah, there's this there's another episode where Okay, God, what exactly was it? I think it's the one where Luffy meets Zoro. I want to see if I can get this balloon real quick. But yeah, in the Nun Piece, you know, there's an episode where Luffy meets Zoro, and Captain Axan Morgan, you know, he's also there. But Axan Morgan, I think, is one of like the best characters in this, where what is it? Helmeppo goes into like into Captain Morgan's room, and he's like, "Daddy, someone hit me." He's like, "Were you wearing the purple suit?" "Yeah, then you deserved it." And then more part of the episode goes down. Can I like hop over some? I think I remember what exactly to do. It's just I don't know how to do it right now. Ooh, wait, no, I know what it is. I gotta follow those footsteps. But yeah, later on he goes to be like, "Dad, what are you doing? You're supposed to be chasing the guy that hit me." And then he hits his son Helmet, but he's like, "Dad, what was that for?" He's like, "Son, I look like a Bond villain, and there's someone going around, running around talking like Sean Connery. It is about to go down." There's like another part of that episode where, the Marine dings the statue, and he's like, "Ah, shit. Sir, sorry, sir, I dinged your statue." And he's like, "Thank you, Lieutenant Obvious." "Sir, it's Captain, sir." Yes, I am. "Obvious, sir?" "Obviously, I'm a captain." "Sir, I'm confused." "Well, you're definitely not cut out to be captain then, huh?" "Carry on, Lieutenant. I'm a corporal." "You would be." "Would be what, sir?" And then he almost gets cut in half. Yeah, there's all of that. There's where I think his name is Richie. Richie's the guy who's like the lion tamer, I believe. But yeah, there's Richie, and in One Piece, I guess they make a joke with him. He's like, "All this jackass needs is Tilda Swinton, and he's ready to tackle Narnia. I'm insulting your wardrobe." And Zoro's like, "Seriously, dude, what the heck is your story?" He's like, "I have a spastic colon." "Go on, make your jokes." I've heard them all before. You have no idea what it's really like. You have no idea. It's Taco Day. Of course it's Taco Day. Sitting in the cafeteria, all the kids are playing and laughing. Suddenly everything goes from bad to worse. In an instant, your life changes. "I unload everything." And he goes to say, "Holy shit." And then I think it's Kabaji is the lion's name. Kabaji's like, "Don't ever say that word," because he's about to say shit. And then he gets like punched like really like terribly. But okay, now that I'm over here real quick, and before I continue like talking about this, where exactly do I go? I'm assuming over here to the right, you mean the Chaos Emeralds. I'm going to assume you mean the Chaos Emeralds. Because if that's what you're concerned about, I've got one of them. I'm assuming over here to the right, yeah. Please let me go over there before I die, before I fall. Okay, that should be enough. Thank you, plants. Oh, wait, no. We need to do another one of these sections. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, all of those videos are phenomenal from Purple Eyes WTF. But again, everyone only remembers the one from like what is that anime called? The one with Lelouch v. Britannia, Code Geass. Yeah, people only remember the Code Geass one. Oh shoot, let me hug the wall of it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, people only remember the Code Geass one of buying clothes at the soup store. I'm pretty sure most people don't even remember that it's from Code Geass, unless you're looking at like the video where it came from originally. But then there's also, I think I've also mentioned this one, but Soul Whatever Third Earth, which is a parody of what is that one? Soul Eater. It's a parody of Soul Eater. Excuse me, Vines. I need a bit more over here. Thank you. Yeah, that one is pretty good. I recently had to reference that one to my friend Carson, where I guess my friend Carson's working on like a personal project with one of his friends. I'm not too sure what exactly it is. Can I go down? No, I cannot. So where exactly am I supposed to go from here? Oh, I went a bit too far. It go down. It don't go down.
Whoa!
Okay, cool. We're here. He's working on a personal project, and he was like, he just put it on his Instagram story, and he put the caption "working," and I pulled an old reliable from Soul whatever Third Earth on him, where one of the characters is like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And it's like this girl on the table, and she's like, "Working." He's like, "This isn't work. Work is happiness. You don't look too happy." And then it cuts over to like a bunch of guys like falling off of like a building, and the Soul is like, what do you think? And
The vines were slowly
kid is
bearing
like,
the king
wow, that was
eggs.
really great, other than the fact that it was fucking terrible.
Couldn't stop them. So he decided to create something that could. He mixed in paint thinner, malice, and snot, and soon had the outlines of a pretty horrible creature. But it wasn't until the thing began to coil its tentacles and snap its jaws that the king understood what he had made. And for the first time in his life, the king was afraid.
The king was big scared, damn. I have become death, consumer of Ligma. Now, wait just a second. I need to go down, don't I? I need to bring one of the vines over here, I believe. But that's going to be an issue considering that. Yeah, I need to bring one of the vines over there. Okay, well, we're at the 26-minute mark, so I don't know if we can do that. Okay, let me see. Where exactly am I compared to? Okay. Let's backtrack. This might just be another episode. Can I? I don't think I can. No, that's too far. So where would I get grass from? 'Cause I needed to reach over there. There's no way for me to get it from there. I might just be stuck for now. Which is 100% not good. It should be going up. Oh, I could just... Oh, that's stupid. Fair enough, though. Going up the P tube. I shouldn't call it that. Yeah, that was very odd. I would have assumed, normally you can't do that. The only way you climb up is through vines. But it'd be like that. So I don't see any vines over here. Look, it's vine sauce. Ooh. Ooh, I love this part of the game. Ooh. My whole controller is vibrating from this. My Wii U Pro controller, for the first time in all of human history, is vibrating like this. I love the water hose. This is like one of my most favorite parts of this game is the water hose. I don't believe that there's any vines over here, right? I would assume none. Yeah. Okay, just making sure. So what we're gonna have to do, I believe, is maybe big jump it? I'm not too sure though. It's gonna be a very, you know, scary jump, but I think that's the only thing we can do. Unless maybe I go around? I don't know. This might just be a, we'll leave it for next time. Huh. Okay, game, what do you want from me? I can take this anywhere, right? No, I cannot. Ah, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. This is silly. The silliest of billies. I understand. You want me to take this all the way around from around town. Yeah, there we go. My hand is getting kind of tired from all this vibrating. What in the... Okay. Some of the vines just disappeared over there. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I do need to do that. Tell the TV do that. But, yeah, let me just cover up a bit more of this. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, let's do this. No, excuse me, I do not want to climb. Thank you. Hey, yo. Okay, this is a good stopping point. Thank you all so much for watching. I may have gone like 5 minutes past what I regularly do, but yeah, next time we will be continuing, I guess, from here, from the bell tower. But yeah, I guess see you all then.